Harley Davidson have just launched the new 2021 Sportster S. Born out of a shed in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, USA in 1903, Harley Davidson have been producing motorcycles ever since. The first Sportster was created in 1957, and it could be argued that it hadn't changed too much since then, right up to the previous model available last year. Now we see a huge step forward for Harley Davidson with the all-new 2021 Sportster S. Hello and welcome to Moto Chatter. Let's dive into the details of the all-new Harley Davidson Sportster S. In their own words, this isn't just a new chapter for Harley Davidson, but the first chapter in a new book. A big part of this new book is the new Revolution Max 1250T engine, which sees big changes over the old air-cooled single-cam engines previously available in the Sportster. The new engine is a liquid-cooled 1252cc V-twin. It has double overhead camshafts and variable valve timing. The bore is 105mm, the stroke 72.3mm, with a compression ratio of 12.0 to 1. In the new Sportster S, it forms a structural part of the chassis, so there is no traditional frame, which reduces weight, allows for a lower centre of gravity and a more rigid chassis. All key ingredients for a better handling and easier to manoeuvre motorcycle. The Revolution Max engine is putting out 121 horsepower, almost double that of the previous Sportster Iron 1200, with an impressive 94 pound-foot of torque, and the new Sportster S weighs in at 228 kilograms ready to ride, well over 20 kilos less than the old model. It has 43mm upside down fully adjustable forks and a fully adjustable piggyback monoshock at the rear, so the Sportster S has a power and handling package like no other Harley before it. Consumption figures are decent too at 49 mpg, and it has an 11.8 litre tank. The bike has 90mm of ground clearance and is good for 34 degrees of a lean angle. If, like me, you're not a fan of the foot forward riding position, Harley do offer a factory option mid-mounted foot control which maintains the lean angle and would allow for better control of the bike. The engine is allied to a 6-speed gearbox, and there is a single 4-piston monoblock caliper up front and a single piston caliper at the rear to slow you down if you get over enthusiastic with all that power and torque on hand. Wheels are cast aluminium, and the Sportster has a fat front tyre measuring 160/70/17 and at the rear a slightly wider 180/70/17. The wheels come dressed in Dunlop GT 503 tyres. The new Sportster S hasn't just taken a leap forward in mechanical performance, it is also well equipped with useful technology. Having a new 4-inch TFT circular display, it has 3 rider modes, Sport, Road and Rain, which change the power delivery, engine braking, the degree of cornering traction control and the cornering ABS. There is also the ability for the rider to customize these settings. Using the Harley Davidson app, you can control phone calls and music via the handlebar switchgear, as well as on-screen navigation using the Sportster's Bluetooth connectivity. It has all-round LED lighting, cruise control and even a USB-C power socket, so it is fully prepared for 21st century riding. I think the Sportster S looks really good overall. I like the low line of the tank and the tubular steel swing arm, and it looks especially good in black with the contrasting gold engine detail finishings and the gold Harley Davidson logo on the tank. It is also available in 2 other colours, stone-washed pearl white and midnight crimson. Other features that stand out for me are the single rectangular headlight and that they have given the TFT display a dial-like circular shape. I like the look of the fat front tyre. On this bike it sits well, and I'm interested to see how it affects the handling. I also really like the idea of the high mounted exhaust, inspired by the Harley Davidson flat track races of old, which is a nice link to Harley's racing heritage. However, the execution of the design of the exhaust spoils that side of the bike for me. Although due to emission regulations, designers are restricted in what they can do with an exhaust system, and the exhaust is designed with thought towards heat distribution to not cook the rider's legs, but for me it just looks too bulbous and simple when the rest of the bike is detailed and sophisticated, making the exhaust look out of place. Harley should look at the design of the Highline silencers on the new Triumph Scrambler 1200s for inspiration. If I bought a Sportster S, I would go for the mid-mounted foot control option and immediately search for an aftermarket silencer. But looks are subjective. What do you think about the exhausts? The new Harley Davidson Sportster S is certainly the most performance-focused and forward-thinking petrol-engined Harley Davidson so far, and it certainly deserves the attention it is getting. Prices in the UK start at £13,995. In the US it's $1 under $15,000, €16,800 in Spain, and $26,495 in Australia. So it's not badly priced. It will be interesting to see how it measures up against the Triumph Speedmaster and Bobber, which also have a 1200cc twin engine. They are cheaper but have a classically traditional look and are significantly less powerful than the Sportster. At the other end you have the much more performance focused Ducati X Diavel, also with a big 1250cc V-twin, although its pricing does start at £3,000 more than the Harley. The Sportster S seems to blend a happy medium between the Triumphs and the Ducati, having a blend of traditional and modern styles and a big slice of performance on tap while not being as extreme as the Ducati. Harley Davidson can also compete with Triumph and Ducati in respect to the heritage it carries with it too. Let me know your opinion in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Click the link on screen to see more details on the Triumph Scrambler 1200s. Remember to subscribe for plenty more motorcycle videos to come, and whatever you do, have a great day and thanks for watching.